King David was punished for taking the census. The question is, what's it all about? Does it mean that Rome will demand more taxes? Or does it have to do with forced labor for the occupying Roman army? Who knows? In any case, it'll bring no benefit to the Bethlehemites. Rome's orders never do. As usual, the people have no choice. Everyone must register in the town of his family's origins. The little village is too small to support an inn, so the inhabitants of Bethlehem are preparing for the inevitable influx of relatives. Abram and his family are busy readying their guest room, which in Greek is called the Catalum. Some families don't seem to mind the extra people, but others respond differently.
I tell you, Benjamin, this town just isn't big enough to handle the overflow. We are simply not equipped to deal with crowds of overnight guests.
I agree. We've given every available space in our home to guests, and now we have no room for ourselves.
I see your point. It's too bad we don't have an inn in the village.
An inn? That's another problem. For years I've been telling the elders in the gate that we need some kind of a large community room with its own cistern.
Yes, strangers can go to the mayor's garden, pay a small fee, get a key, and take care of themselves.
And then they wouldn't have to stay at our house, and we wouldn't have to do all this extra work.
Strangers? What are you talking about, neighbors? These people who are coming are not strangers. They're not Greek merchants. Our own families are returning to town. They are all our relatives.
That's part of the problem. I don't mind making space for my brother, but my cousins, good grief.
His cousins go on forever. We are not rich, you know, and we have debts to pay.
Yes, I know.
We all know.
Even the kids know.
I can't afford to feed half the province for a month. It's ridiculous.
You have no idea how many cousins he has.
But Jacob, my dear friends, Judith and I are from the house of David. Have you forgotten? We go back more than 1,000 years. We have relatives scattered from Dan to Beersheba. You couldn't have as many distant cousins as we do, and they all have to come here to register.
Leah! Abigail! Come here at once!
But Mama, you've interrupted our game. It's not fair.
And we just got started. Can't you see I need help? We'll never have this house ready in time for Miriam, Levi, and Hannah.
But why are they coming now? It's not festival time.
I don't know, something to do with the Romans. We have to go up to the barracks in the village square and sign papers or something. Here's your father. You can ask him, but be quiet about whatever he tells you. But not now. Go and fetch the blankets sunning on the wall at the back of the house and bring them in and make the guest beds.
All right, if we have to.
Thanks for dropping by. But regarding guests, don't forget about Abraham.
Excuse me, Benjamin, but what about Abraham?
He received guests who turned out to be angels. One of your guests could turn out to be an angel.
Now you listen to me, Benjamin. That happened once, 2,000 years ago. What's more, they came back to Abraham, not the village baker, and Abraham wasn't living under Roman occupation.
Lower your voice, Jacob. What does the occupation have to do with it?
Everything. We're supposed to be a holy people, right?
Right?
But we can't be with all these defiling Romans around us, so God isn't going to visit and redeem his people as long as they are here. Impossible. A divine visitation is about as likely as a snowfall in July. Judah the Galilean is right. We have to drive them out, all of them. Out, I tell you. Only then will God bless us.
Yes, we heard all about that before, Jacob. But in the meantime, life goes on.
Yes, and it seems to me the best way to manage is to do the best we can with what we have, and that means for us getting ready for guests. That's all I have to say. Come along, Ruth.
Yes, Mother. Mother, why must Jacob yell all the time?
Oh, only the good Lord knows, dear.
All I have to say is, if an angel visits us, we'll be sure to invite you over.
You do that, Benjamin. But just remember, the angels who visited Abraham didn't stick around for a month and eat up all his food. They came for one meal and left. Goodbye, Abu David.
Goodbye, Benjamin.
Goodbye, Jacob, my friend.